So let's start where the week started, and that's Monday morning. On Monday morning, like every other day of the week, I wake up around 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I start with a coffee. I see the sun come up. I have my coffee, and then I check my mails. Check if I have orders through my website that I built through Shopify. Um, the check if I have cart market orders. What is cart market? I sell single carts here in the store. And since last week, because I am doing this now full time, I also started a cart market account. Why is this? Because I want to expand my outreach. So, how are there platforms where I can sell my products that already have an outreach to people that are interested in this? So, card market is one of them. I will look more options. I'm looking at more options, and for that, you need to stay a little bit. Then I prepare those orders, and I go to the post office, ship them, and then other part of the day starts. Now, I have no plan yet. I have no schedule. I don't check what I'm gonna do. That's one of the challenges I'm gonna overcome, but not this week yet. Um, but one thing I already calendared in, I want to have more outreach on my social media. So on Monday is my social media day. What does that mean? If I want to prepare 7 days of content, I will prepare for 7 days content. Now, how did I start with that? And the first thing is ChatGPT, AI. No, I'm not asking AI to generate stuff for me like that. I use AI as a brainstorm tool, first of all. I give myself my ideas, I write them down in ChatGPT, and when I ChatGPT replies on me with other ideas, how to expand that idea. And the first things I did this week is make sure how many that I have everything to post for a single week from Monday till Sunday. Means reels, posts, stories, and that for every platform: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. That are the four platforms I'm on. So I had now the idea to build two things. The first thing I wanted to build was my reels. And first I needed to come up with reels I can do every day. And I came up with two things. The first one is a reel called Pokédex Challenge. I sell Pokemon products. I started selling Pokemon products, Pokemon TCG products, particularly again. So I thought it's a good way to reach out because Pokemon is a very popular product. A lot of people are talking about Pokemon. A lot of things are reaching out to people that like Pokemon. Nostalgic players, new players, younger players. So it will not only speak to my demographic, what is an older audience, 20 and up, but it will also attract a younger audience that could become a big part of my core audience. So I decided to make a challenge to gain all 1028 Pokemon cards, and I will hang them up in my wall graded. I have a wall that I want to cover with all graded slabs. Now, I'm not only is this a promotional tool for me selling Pokemon products, but also for a service that I offer that is not really existing at the moment with a partner of mine with Thessaloniki trading card grading. So that's two birds with one stone. And then the second thing is we sell board games. We have an open board game library. So I started explaining board games in 60 seconds. And those I created some templates for it. I put in some details and I started recording. And all those reels were recorded on Monday. I switched a lot of t-shirts. Luckily, I have a lot of these in different colors. And I started making them to post every day of the week. I've decided, because I saw already if I post a reel, that most of the times over YouTube short or TikTok, that after 3-4 hours, 5 hours, that TikTok or that YouTube shorts starts losing momentum and I don't get that many views extra anymore. So I thought, what if I would post a second video? So first in the morning, my Pokemon video, and then 6 hours later, around 4 p.m., I will post my 60-second board game video. So that's already done. Then I created stories for Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok about when is the store open, my promotion of that week. I try to have always a promotion every week to get people in. And so on the other way, I try to gain more engagement with people, that people reply on my posts, answer on something, to just text me. I'm also not only trying to do that on social media, but also trying to do that on my website. But keep that in mind, because I will get back to that. But social media. So I started making stories with polls in them. And my first poll was, how does your pile of shame in the miniature looks like? And I got a lot of response on that for the first time. It's something I posted like on Wednesday or on Thursday. And then I added an event that on Sunday people could come and paint here in the store. So that I added straight after that. So there is also a push to engage. We had 2 people coming, but maybe next time more people will come. So that was mainly where my Monday was focused. On the other side, I was a little bit depressed after something, because I got Monday a text that something arrived, that I needed to pick it up. I went there, and at the end it was far. I was really pissed off of that, but I went there because I was really waiting for that. So I went there. It was not there. It was not ready. And they said, oh, we will ship it to you directly. And I didn't receive it. So still waiting for that parcel. But that was mainly my Monday. So I did a lot of work. I did a lot of the work of the shooting at my store, but the brainstorming I actually didn't do at my store, because I have a little bit of an issue that in my store I'm very quickly distracted. There's so much to do always. There are boxes of cards to sort, shelves to clean. There is always something to do, and I hate working on my computer. It's not my thing. So to do that, I went to a coffee shop. Why? A coffee cost me €3.50, and I'm focused there. I can work. And what I will do during working on a computer is listening to people talking about how to improve a business. And I said already, I'm not a guru, and I also call them idiots. Why do I listen to them? And that's also why you should listen to them. Because I'm not saying that you spend your time watching those videos with your full attention, but put some earbuds in you. And while you're working with ChatGPT, trying to brainstorm or listen to them. And sometimes they have ideas that are good. You don't need to put, if they have a 15-minute video, not every 15 minutes you need to take face value. But probably, let's say 7.5 minutes, they talk about their course that they're trying to sell you. And then 3-4 minutes of what they're talking about, that's stuff that you know or can Google and you find straight away. But it's that one thing that they want you to learn, because that's what they think they're giving you as value to. Oh, he has a good idea there. Maybe I should. That are the things you need to listen to. And when you find those, pause your work for a sec. Go to the video and watch that part of the video. One of the better ones is Pat Flynn, for example. He is also a very famous Pokemon YouTuber, but he is also a business YouTuber. And a lot of the things he tells you are pure bullshit. But I'm gonna give you an example why he's not always talking bullshit. And that's how we go to Tuesday. On Tuesday, same thing happened. Morning, cup, I had my coffee, checked my email, went to the post because I had again some card market sales, and then I went to the coffee place, paid my coffee, and when the coffee place was, I started working, and I heard was again using ChatGPT to check what kind of places can I sell extra. There came a hit on, and one of them is Amazon. I'm now working on getting approved as an Amazon seller. Why? Some products I can perfectly sell on Amazon. Low on shipment cost, die sets, this things that I know that I always have in stock. So that's one thing. And the second thing that I was doing was listening to YouTubers. And one of them is Pat Flynn. And Pat Flynn suddenly captured my attention. I watched a couple of videos of them, but two things stayed behind. And I'm working on those two things. First of the things he said to me was the regular way of gaining people's information is not working anymore. Usually you give them a free ebook or this or that, or that's how it works. And that's something I'm also going to try to do. But on the other side, he says, give value that is more personalized. And he showed me a software to do a quiz. Have people fill in a quiz and get a personalized information back. And I was like, how can I implement that to board games? And I made a quiz how to find your board game style. What kind of board games do you like? Is there maybe an option that I can suggest them some board games for their next board game? So I created a quiz based on what I do with a customer here in the store. When there's a customer, I always talk with them. I put in questions there without them really knowing that it are questions. Not really that they are knowing that I am trying to create a sale, but to know who the customer is. And then to keep talking, making conversation, and then I can give them suggestions here and there. And often that works. So what did I do? I asked ChatGPT to be my customer. And you're here for a board game. And I made a regular conversation with them. With her, or it, or him, whatever. And in that way, I started figuring out with my questions. And then I asked ChatGPT, give all my questions, write down all the questions I asked in a kind of a quiz form. And she did more perfectly than I did. I am also dyslexic, so also those questions were completely correctly or more correctly formulated than I ever can. So that is why I use ChatGPT. Not because I wanted to generate everything for me. No, I use it as a brainstorm tool. But the nicest thing of also using it as a brainstorm tool is that it remembers everything. So when I have ideas, I also have it helps me execute them. So I created a quiz. I added score points towards it, and then I went to Shopify. Now, I'm talking, it's Tuesday, but I did this actually partially on Tuesday, partially on Wednesday, partially on Thursday. And on Friday, our quiz went live. And we had straight away 4 interactions now on Sunday. What is huge? Because I had a kind of a call for action on my website since January, and it never worked. No one filled it in. The only time it was filled in when I was at a convention and people needed to fill it in to getting a voucher for my online store. Only way. So yeah. What else did I learn from one of those YouTubers, and Pat Flynn in this case again, is give them value for their information. So I have a lot of people that come to me for Dungeons and Dragons, people that are interested in starting new, and I did before introduction sessions. One thing I have learned is when I do a free introduction session for people, it often gets cancelled last minute. So from now, I'm going to start charging 30 euros for an introduction session. But I'm going to make it a sales chain. So I'm going to make on my website a call to action. Do you want to start playing D&D? Do you... And then email, get your free bundle here. Email address, and then I can send them a digital bundle that I also make on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I did this also with help with ChatGPT. I created a story that lasts 2 hours that I'm using already for more than a year. And from there on, it started adding and generating, and now I have, in the same style as the D&D adventure books, an adventure booklet story. So now it's not online yet, but from Monday it will get online. I have a booklet that people can sign up for. I have their information. I can then send them an email. How is your D&D adventure going? If you need help, we do an introduction session for 30 euros. Book now. Call to action. After a while, I can send them. Still struggle? Are you everything going well? If you're if you're struggling, you know what? Here is for you a specialized offer. If you book within the next 7 days, you will get your introduction session for free. I still have the option to give it for free, but now it has value. I'm giving 30 euros to people. So that's the idea that I got from Pat Flynn that I'm also trying to implement. And everything is almost ready for that, but not completely. So I also on Wednesday signed up for Amazon approving. Plus, I have maybe an extra way of gaining income. But for that you need to watch the next episode because I'm still working on it. So like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you like my situation. So on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, my shop was open after 4 p.m. We had people coming to play. We had a lot of more engagement on our social media. I saw a lot of more people coming, calling me. I don't know if it's coincidence or it is my social media that's working harder, but I have noticed already a lot more interaction with my customers. Saturday and Sunday, I don't plan to do a lot extras. Why? Because I am doing a lot of events. Like on Saturday, I didn't have specifically an event, but I had a D&D session plus a brainstorm session with a co-host because I'm working on a podcast for board games. So this is also coming soon. I was also working on a convention that I'm going next week in Athens. I'm gonna be there on a convention event as only one that will sell Warhammer figures, Warhammer products, some trading card products. So that's also a big thing that I've worked on this weekend to get everything ready. Also, I booked my tickets this week, and on Wednesday, but also helping customers. I have a lot of customers coming in with needs, with questions that I'm trying to help. So that's a bit been my week. I know this is not exactly how I see these videos. I will improve, and you will see next week a little bit more, I hope, from these improvements. Okay, I'm gonna vlog more. I'm gonna talk more, work more with B-rolls, but I'm still learning to vlog. This is completely new for me, but I hope you already have an idea what I'm doing and what I'm trying to explain to you. And if you are starting a company or you have a company and you don't have a website yet, I have my Shopify link underneath. Click on that, check it out, because Shopify has given me already a lot of opportunities, things that I come up with that Shopify has an answer for it. So really look it up. They don't sponsor, but I have an affiliate link. So I want to thank everyone for your time. I have this is gonna be like 20 minutes of your time, so I excuse that if you don't have everything yet, but I have tried to expand my social media, my outreach towards external businesses this week, and also to expand interaction with my website. And I can say that I have been succeeding already, and tomorrow is a new day, new week, and I will see you next week Sunday. Next week Sunday I will be on that convention, so you're gonna see a lot of convention elements in it, but on the other side there will also be a lot of extras to show you. So if you didn't do it yet, like, subscribe, and hit notifications to see my video next week, because I'm gonna talk about something cool next week.